with comparing quantities using proportion. In this video, we yesterday discussed about simple interest and related formulas, and today we will see compound interest. And already we have taken the formulas yesterday. So once again, we will see what are the different formulas we have for simple interest as well as compound interest. Simple interest given by the formula PTR by 100. Here P refers principal, means how much amount we borrow, and T is for the time period, and it must be represented in the years itself, and R is rate of interest. Okay, and next, so this is the basic formula. From this we can find out P value or T value or R value. Depending on this formula only we can calculate remaining three. See, next, amount is given by principal plus interest. From this we can find out principal as well as interest also. So to get principal, amount minus interest, otherwise to get interest, amount minus principal. Okay, this is depending on simple interest. And coming to the compound interest, we have amount in case of compound interest as P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N. Here N is known as conversion period. Yesterday I told you N is nothing but N is known as conversion period. So yesterday just we have taken the formula, and what is mean by conversion period, just observe. If for suppose T value is equal to 2 years given, and that whatever amount they are given, that is compounded annually, means per year they have given. If they are given yearly, okay, then N value will be same as a given time. That means they are telling in the question that compounded interest is compounded annually. Annually is nothing but per year. So whatever T value is there, that one only we will take for conversion period 2 itself. N is equal to 2. If amount is compounded half yearly or semi-annually, see, in 1 year, half year will be equal to 6 months plus 6 months. 6 months plus 6 months is equal to 1 year, yes or no? Means how many conversion periods we are getting? See, for 1 year, we will get 2 half years. In 1 year, 2 half years are there. Half year is nothing but 6 months. Yes or no? So in 1 year we have 2 half years. Like that, how many years are there? 2 years. Means for 2 years, how many half years we will get? 4 half years we will get. Yes or no? Means conversion period will change to 4 for this one. If amount is compounded half yearly, means the annually means whatever value they are given, that one only the conversion period. When half yearly given, so for 1 year 2 conversion periods will get, like that 2 years are there. So 2 into N. Understand? And coming to the quarterly. Quarterly means how many quarters are there in 1 year? Total 12 months we have for 1 year. Yes or no? Means we need to take its quarter. Quarter means divide with 4. So 3 months plus 3 months plus 3 months plus 3 months. 3 4s are 12. How many quarters we have? In 1 year, 4 quarters are there. Yes or no? Means for 1 year, 4. 2 years will be 2 into 4. Yes or no? So 4 into N, 4 2s are 8, like that. Means for 1 year, 4 conversion periods we will get when the amount is compounded quarterly. Okay, while we are doing the problems, we'll understand about the conversion period. Now, just remember the formula. So, compounded amount given P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power N. N is the conversion period, that may be depending on time. So, if the time is given annually, in that case, whatever years they will give, that value only we have to take for N. If the amount is compounded half yearly, N value will change. Okay, now this is the original formula for compound amount, and compound interest is given by the formula amount minus principal. Yes or no? Interest is nothing but amount minus principal, and here amount is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N minus P. and from these two terms P is common. So take out P, then 1 plus R by 100 to the power of n is left in the first part, and in the second part 1 is there. So this is the final formula for compound interest, and it is for amount. Okay, these two formulas yesterday we have taken. Now coming to where we are using compound interest. See, sometimes we need to calculate increase in the population. See, for suppose, so before going to that, take one example, we will understand very clearly. Okay, observe the question. Ramesh borrowed an amount of an amount of 100 rupees at the rate of 10% per annum. At the rate of 10% per annum from Srinu as a hand loan. After 2 years, he went to Srinu to repay his debt. And now Ramesh gave an amount of 120 rupees. Ramesh gave an amount of 120 rupees. And Srinu said he has to pay 1 rupee more. Okay, so like this they are given the conclusion. Just observe this question once. Ramesh borrowed an amount of 100 rupees at the rate of 10% per annum. Means for 1 year 10% rate is 10% of rate of interest is giving for 100 rupees. Okay, and after 2 years, means time period is 2 years, he went to Srinu to repay his debt. Means how much he paid. He took the borrowed amount, for that he want to repay his amount. Ramesh gave an amount of 120 rupees. So he took 100 rupees amount and somewhat extra amount added, that is 20 rupees added, and repaid to Srinu. But Srinu is saying that he has to pay 1 rupee more. How it is? So for these two conditions, observe how the Ramesh is calculated interest, and as well as how the Srinu was calculated the interest. So in case of Ramesh, principal is 100 rupees. The loan taken was 100 rupees, and rate of interest is equal to 10% per annum, since for 1 year. So, and T is given 2 years. Okay. So this T keep aside. For first year, what will be the amount we will find. For after 1 year, how much he has to pay to Srinu. How he has calculated, we will see. So rate of interest is equal to 10% per annum. So interest will be equal to 10% of 100 rupees. That is 10 by 100 into 100. So both hundreds will get cancelled. That is 10 rupees of interest he has to pay at the end of first year. Therefore, principal will become as, so amount he has to pay after 1 year is 100 plus 10 rupees interest, which is equal to 110 rupees. Okay, but coming to the second year, this is for first year. Coming to the second year, he is again taking principal as the same 100 rupees only. Again, rate of interest will get 10% per annum. So compulsory will get interest again rupees itself. 10% of 100 rupees, because I am not changing principal. That person Ramesh not changing principal. How much amount he took, for that only he is calculating again again interest. So previous before 1 year 110 rupees and again 10 rupees added. So totally 120 rupees. Otherwise amount afterwards we will find. So amount must be paid after 2 years will be equal to principal plus interest at the end of first year and interest at the end of second year. So principal is 100 rupees. First year and second year we are getting 10 rupees as the interest. So completely 120 rupees. According to Ramesh, this one is correct. Now coming to the Srinu method. How he has calculated and why he is getting 1 rupee more. Observe this. So according to Srinu, first principal is 100 rupees and rate of interest is 10% per annum. So compulsory, just now interest how we are getting 10% of 100. Here also 10% for 100 only. Means first one there is no change. Means interest again we will get 10 rupees itself. Okay. Coming to the second case, this is for first year. Amount will become principal plus interest, which is equal to 100 plus 10. So which will be equal to 110 rupees. Okay. And for second year, instead of 100 rupees, he is taking principal as this new amount. Okay. So principal is equal to 110 rupees. And rate of interest is same, 10% per annum itself. Now what is the interest? How much amount he is getting interest on this amount we will see. That is 10% of 110 rupees. That is 10 by 100 into 110. So 0, 0, 0, 0 will get cancelled, which is equal to 11 rupees. Interest is 11 rupees. Amount is 110 rupees. Therefore, at the end of second year, he is getting P2 plus I2, which is equal to P2 value is 110 rupees and I2 value is 11 rupees, which is equal to 121 rupees. Understood? Just observe now what amount he is given. That one also correct only and this one also correct only. But only the thing is, according to Ramesh, how much principal he has taken for the first year, that amount only he is continuing for second year also. Means he is using simple interest here. Understand? Here interest principal is not changing for how many years they are giving. That will be constant. So here he has calculated by taking simple interest. Coming to this Srinu, whatever amount he is getting at the end of first year, that's one he is taking as the principal for the second year. Means for on interest, again he is calculating the interest on interest. So it is compound interest. Okay. So simple interest, in case of simple interest, whatever principal is there, for that amount only we will calculate the interest or whatever we need to pay, and at last we will get some amount. And coming to the compound interest, you need to calculate the interest on interest again. So first year is same as simple interest only, but coming to the second year, that amount, how much you are getting for at the end of first year, that will become as the principal, and on that amount we need to calculate the interest, and at the end of second year we will get extra amount than this one. Understand? So compound interest is interest on interest. Now we will see some of the examples, then we will understand clearly. So yesterday you have seen example interest. Now we will see the examples on compound interest. And here we will understand about conversion period also. Okay, observe this example problem. What will be the amount and compound interest? What will be the amount and compound interest if 5,000 rupees is invested? If 5,000 rupees is invested at 8% per annum (2 years). Okay. Now observe the question. They are given that amount is rate of interest is 8% and it is given for annum. 2 years means here amount compounded annually. Okay. So number of conversion periods and number of years will be equal. That means, so first of all, whatever given values identify. Given that 5,000 rupees is invested, so it is the principal. P is equal to 5,000 rupees. Okay. At 8% per annum, that is R equal to 8% per annum. And T is equal to 2 years, that is nothing but number of conversion periods also equal to 2 years. Since amount compounded annually. Okay. Now we need to find out what will be the amount and compound interest. So we have the formulas. In case of compound interest, amount formula is given by P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N. So P value we have 5,000 into 1 plus R value is 8 out of 8 by 100 whole to the power of N. N is nothing but a 2. Okay. When years they are given, so N value is the same as the time period. Okay. Sorry. Now do the calculations. 5,000 into 100 plus 8, 108 by 100 whole square will get. That is nothing but 108 by 100 into 108 by 100. 2 zeros will get cancelled. 0 will get cancelled. 5 ones are 5 twos are 2 ones are 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 8. So how much amount we are getting? 108 into 54. This is amount. So do the calculation. 4 8s are 32, 4 1s are 4, 5 8s are 40, 5 1s are 5. So 2, 3 and 8, 5. 5,832 rupees is amount. And interest will be, compound interest will be equal to amount minus principal. Amount we got 5,832 minus 5,000. That will be 832 will be the interest. So here we have compound interest or any interest. How we are getting amount minus principal. Amount is 5,832 rupees and principal is given 5,000 rupees. So the difference is 832 rupees. Therefore, compound interest is equal to 832 rupees. Now coming to the next example. Calculate compound interest on 1,000 rupees over a period of 1 year at 10% per annum if interest is compounded half yearly. If interest is compounded half yearly. Okay, observe the given question. In our previous problem, we got interest compounded annually. Here, half yearly means semi-annual, half of the year. So here we will get n value differently. So just before that, what are the given values? Observe. Given that 1,000 rupees he has taken. Okay, that is principal is equal to 1,000 rupees and over a period of 1 year. So timing we will write afterwards. At the rate of interest is 10% per annum. So rate of interest is for 10% per annum, means for 1 year 10%. But we need to calculate the compound interest compounded half yearly. Yes or no? For 1 year 10%, half year means 1 by 2, that is 10 by 2, which is nothing but 5% we will get for half yearly. Rate of interest is 5% for half year. Because for 1 year 10%, half year will be 5%, half of this amount. Now, okay, keep aside this one. After that, they are given that time is equal to 1 year, but interest is compounded half yearly, means after half years, means in a year how many months we have? 12 months. Half of the year is nothing but 6 months. Yes or no? Means after 6 months, that amount must be compounded again. Means interest on interest we have to collect. So between the 6 months, whatever amount you are getting and how much rate of interest you got for that. So finding amount, again on that you have to collect the interest. 6 months, again 6 months. So for first 6 months you will get this principal only, but for next 6 months this principal plus interest will be added. Okay, so just observe here. 1 year they are given. So in 1 year, how many half years we have? Half years. Half year is nothing but 6 months plus 6 months, completely 12 months. 12 months is equal to 1 year. How many 6 months we are getting? 6 months is nothing but half year. 2 6 months we are getting in 1 year. Yes or no? So number of conversion periods is equal to 2 when time is equal to 1 year. And because of interest is compounded half yearly, we are getting for 1 year 2 conversion periods. Understand? If amount is interest is compounded quarterly, how many quarters we will get in 1 year? Means divide into 4 equal parts. 12 months we have now. Divide it into 4 equal parts. Means 3 months plus 3 months plus 3 months plus 3 months we will get. Yes or no? So total 4 conversion period we will get for 1 year. Understand? For 2 years, 4 plus 4, 8 we will get. 4 into 1, 4 into 2, 4 into 3, like that we will get. So now for this question, rate of interest will be changed to 10% by 2 which is equal to 5% per half year. Understand? Because we have to calculate for half year. That's why rate of interest also you have to take for half year itself. Next, given timing t is equal to 1 year. Therefore, n will be equal to 2 since in 1 year we will get 2 half years. Half means 2, that's all, n equal to 2. Therefore, we have to find calculate compound interest. Compound interest we have to find, not amount. Even though they did not ask amount, we must find out the amount. After that, we will get the interest by using amount minus principal. Otherwise, use directly compound interest formula, that is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of n minus 1. When principal and rate of interest, if you know, and if they did not give an amount, in that case, use this formula. That's all. So here we know the principal is 1000 rupees into 1 plus R value is 5% for half year, that is 5 by 100. N is number of conversion periods is equal to 2 minus 1. Okay, so do the simplification. 1000 into 105 by 100, because square is there, so into 105 by 100 minus 1. Okay, so here calculations are lengthy. Now which is equal to 10,000 into 105 into 105. 5 5s are 25, 5 1s are 5, 0 0 0, 5 0 1. So 5 2 10, 1125 by 10,000 will get minus 10,000. Directly I am doing the LCM. Okay, direct calculation I did. Now which will be equal to 1000 into 1025 by 10,000. 4 zeros are there, so these 3 zeros will get cancelled, which is equal to 102.5 rupees is compound interest. Okay, once again observe this question, because here they are given half yearly. So whatever rate of interest they will give, divide with 2, because in 1 year we will get half year they said by 2. Half means by 2 we have to do. So rate of interest will be equal to by 2. Compulsory rate of interest they will give for per annum itself. For 1 year they will give. When you are calculating for half yearly, you must divide with 2. Half means 2 now. And when they are asking interest is compounded quarterly, in that case the rate of interest must be divided with 4. Quarter means 4 now. Okay. Then when time is given in years, we have to calculate number of conversion periods. So in 1 year, 2 conversion periods will get when the amount is compounded half yearly. Half means 2. Remember that. So number of conversion periods will get 2 for 1 year. If time is 4 years is there, then 4 to the 8 conversion periods will get. Understand? For 1 year, 2. Second year, 2 plus 2, 4. Like we will get a total 8 conversion periods if t is equal to 4 years. And we have compound interest formula like this. If you did not remember this formula, first of all find out amount. After getting the amount minus principal, you will get the compound interest. Okay, and instead of this, all these calculations, whatever values they are given, I can do in another method also. Just observe this problem. So here I'm using other method to simplify the same question. Here I am using the formula because they are given half yearly. I am using amount is equal to principal into 1 plus R by 200 whole to the power of 2 into n. Here n is the whatever value they will give for t, that one only we must take. So according to the question, here p value is equal to 1000 rupees and r value is equal to 10% per annum and n is equal to 1 year according to the given question. See, here what I am not changing, r not changing as well as n also as usual. For t, how much they gave, that value only I am taking. But formula I was changing. Just observe, r by 100 actually I have to do. Because amount is half year, compounded half yearly, interest is compounded half yearly, r by 2 we have to take. R by 2 into 100, that is r by 200. How the formula is changing, just observe. Actually we have amount is equal to p into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power of n. Yes, sir. So when amount is compounded half yearly, this r by 100 will become r by 2 into 100 in the denominator. That is nothing but r by 200. So like that I got here r by 200. And number of conversion periods. For 1 year we have 2 conversion periods. Yes or no? So here n equal to 1 year take now. 2 into 1, 2 conversion periods. If time t they are given 4 years for suppose, then 2 into 4, 8 conversion periods I will use. Understood? So instead of all these things, you can remember these formulas also. And same for quarterly, we can take the formula. Quarter means r by 4 we have to calculate. So 1 p into 1 plus r by 400 whole to the power of 4 into l. That's all. So remember these formulas, that will be easy for you. Now calculate the amount first. Amount will be equal to principal 1000 into 1 plus r is 10 by 200 whole to the power of 2 into 1, that is 2 itself. So what I will get, 110, 210 by 200 I will get. Otherwise 0, 0 gets cancelled. So 21 by 20. 1000 into 21 by 20. 21 are 20, 20 plus 1 is 21. LCM also I am doing. So 21 by 20 into 21 by 20 because square is there. Now 2 zeros will get cancelled. 2 ones are 2 fives are. Okay. So 21 into 21, 441 will get into 5 by 2. So 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20, 5 fours are 20 plus 2 is 22 divided by 2. Now do the cancellation. 2 ones are 0, 2 twos are 4. Okay, observe that. Here I am doing calculations. A will be equal to 5 into 21 by 21 by I have 2. Okay, this is amount. Now 5 into 21 we will get 441 by 2. So now 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20, 5 fours are 20 plus 2, 22 by 2. Now do the cancellation. 2 ones are 2 ones are and 0, 2 twos are 4.5. That is 1102.5 is the amount. But what I want, simple interest is equal to amount minus principal. Amount is 1102.5 minus principal is 1000. So how much I am getting? 102.5 rupees as interest. See, even though with this equation also, with this formula also, we are getting the same result. Okay, so you can do this question by taking, if you are making the changes first only, then use as usual what formula you know. If you don't want to change the given values, then use this formula when amount is interest is compounded half yearly. Okay. Okay, now we will take one more example. Before going that, I will give the formulas in case of compound interest. So remember those formulas also. Okay, now observe the given questions depending on compound interest only, and just observe this. Find the number of conversion periods the interest is compounded, as well as a rate for each situation. Means we need to find out number of conversion periods and a rate for that particular interest. Now observe the first question. A sum taken for just we need to find out the number of conversion periods and rate of interest. That's all. Okay, these two values we have to find. It is very clear. Number of conversion periods and the rate for each. Number and rate we have to find. a sum taken for 1/2 years. Here T is given for first question. T is equal to 1/2 years. And R is given 8% per annum. Okay, this is for first problem. Observe now what we have to calculate. How many number of conversion periods are there when the interest is compounded half yearly? So given interest is compounded half yearly. This is very, very important. So when we are taking half year, in these many years, how many half years are there? We must check. So just observe T is equal to 1/2 is a mixed fraction. Convert into improper. 2 1s are 2, 2 plus 1, 3. 3/2. That is nothing but 3 into 1/2 years. Yes or no? 1/2 years is nothing but half year. How many half years are there in this many years? 3 into half years. That is 3 half years are there. Means, so which is equal to 3 half years. 1.5 years. In 1 year, 2 half years are there and 1 more half year. Completely 3 half years we have. Understand? So therefore, number of conversion periods is equal to 3. 3 half years. Okay. Amount is compounded half yearly. So there are 3 half years are there in 1.5 years. Okay. So that's why n is equal to 3. I hope you understood. And coming to rate of interest per annum given, but we must calculate the interest for half year. So half of this value, that is rate of interest will become 8% by 2, which is equal to 4% per half year. That's all. Instead of annum, we must take for half year. So these are the changed values for first question. Observe, like that only we must calculate for the second one. And here also amount is compounded half yearly. Again, rate of interest we have to take half, that is 4/2, which is nothing but 2% it will change. Coming to 2 years, they are given time is equal to 2 years. In 1 year, we are getting 2 half years. So 2 conversion periods, like that 2 years are there. So 2 into 2, 4 conversion periods will get. I hope you understood now. For the second problem, T is equal to 2 years. Okay. So in 1 year, we are getting 2 half years. 1 year, in 1 year, 2 half years are there. Therefore, here time is 2 years. Therefore, number of conversion periods is equal to 2 into 2, which is equal to 4. Understand? Then, rate of interest is equal to 4% per annum given. Now, we must find out for half yearly. That will be equal to rate of interest will change 4/2, which is equal to 2% per half yearly. Understand? So these are the different values change, and just they are asking to find out how many conversion periods we are getting, how the rate of interest is changing when the interest is compounded half yearly for both the cases. Understand? That's all. Now coming to some of the questions depending on amount compounded annually as well as half yearly. How much compound interest is earned? How much compound interest is earned by investing 20,000 rupees? By investing 20,000 rupees for 6 years at the rate of 5% per annum, compounded annually. Compounded annually. Okay, observe here they are used amount is compounded annually, means how many years they are getting. Annual means 1 year, so n will be equal to 6 years, that's all. Means n will be equal to 6, number of conversion periods also equal to 6. So given that, how much compound interest is earned by investing 20,000 rupees, means the investment amount is 20,000, that means principal is equal to 20,000 rupees. For 6 years, T is equal to 6 years, but the amount is compounded annually, so n also equal to 6. Since T equal to 6 years, amount is compounded annually. That is the reason, that's why we got 6 itself. And next coming to rate of interest, which is equal to 5% per annum. So here we are calculating for year only. So rate of interest also for year only we have to take. And they are asking to find out compound interest. So instead of compound interest formula, use amount formula first. After that, amount minus principal you can do, no problem. So what we will get? P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of n, because for only 1 year amount compounded annually, so this formula only we must use. And P value is equal to 20,000 into 1 plus rate of interest is 5 by 100 whole to the power of 6. So which will be equal to 20,000 into 100 into 100, 100 plus 5 is 105. 105 by 100, 6 times we will get. Okay, this will be very lengthy calculations. 105 by 100 whole square whole to the power of 4 I am writing, because 2 zeros I can get cancelled. Okay, so do the calculations and write the value of amount. After getting the amount, we have to find out the compound interest by using the formula amount minus principal. So whatever amount you will get, subtract 20,000 from it, you will get the sum of the answer compulsory. So here the calculations are very lengthy, that's all. Okay. So instead of 6 years, if we are taking only 2 years, okay, then what we will get? Here 2, and this one we will not get at all. Now do the calculations. So 105 into 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are 2, 210 into 105, which is equal to, so n will be equal to 2 because T is equal to 2 years. Now 105 into 210 we must do. So 1 5s are 5, 0, 1, 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are 2, 5 0 2 2, and 1 0 will get because of 0. So 22,050 rupees is amount. 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 22,050 ru Okay, but we want compound interest. So amount minus principal, that is equal to 22,050 rupees minus 20,000. So how much interest we are getting? 2,050 as their difference. So compound interest is equal to 2,050 rupees. Okay. So this is the way, whenever values are given, if they are given annually, so whatever value is given, just directly substitute in the formula. But if it is half yearly given, so in that case, the conversion periods also we have to change, and rate of interest also we must divide with 2 when half yearly given. So still some more problems we will do on this topic. Okay.